Here we have a Dell Alienware laptop that came in for no power. Customer dropped this one in locally and he said that he took it to Micro Center and they sent him here. Of course, because Micro Center do not do any micro soldering work. They do not work on motherboards. Best Buy, they send their customers here because they do not work on motherboards. And Fry's, when they were still in business, they were sending their customers here because they do not work on motherboards. Now, I hit the record button so I can record the video on the repair, and I later realized the record button was not on. But we did not miss much. Let me show you what I did. We have the DC cable going in this connector here. And if we look a bit up, we have two power MOSFETs. Where are they? Right there. What I did was I measured at the drain of the MOSFET that is closest to the current sense resistor, and I found a short right here. We have it at short, 0 voltage drop, and if we go to ohms mode, we're gonna have a 0 ohm reading. So we know that we have it that short. I inspected the motherboard under a thermal camera and realized that we have a blown component here, a blown DR MOSFET. You can tell how bad this area was by looking at the inductor on top. Inductor should be colored like this. A nice, fresh, healthy color. But look at this one here. So I removed the cracked component, the DR MOSFET, but we still have a short. What we're gonna do is we're gonna inject voltage again, and we're gonna see if we still see a heat spot in this area. Okay, so and if that short voltage injection tool is beeping because we have a short. Now look at this, we still have a heat spot in this area right there. And that's the component that I removed. So what is heating up? To be honest, heat looks diffused to me, which tells me that the problem may be from back of the board, in addition to the cracked DR MOSFET that we already removed. Heat looks diffused. I do not see a sharp heat spot. Before it was a sharp heat spot, but after removing that DR MOSFET, now we do not have a sharp heat spot. We have a diffused heat. The DR MOSFET I removed is right there, right under that burned inductor. If we flip the board right in the same area, we're gonna be somewhere here. And I see a lot of capacitors in this area. So I'm positive that one of those caps are shorted to ground. Which one? They all look healthy to me. Do you see anything obvious? They all look healthy to me. What we can do is we can inject voltage at any one of those caps because they are all connecting in parallel. And whichever one is shorted to ground, if in fact it's one of those capacitors, will heat up under the thermal camera. So I'm injecting voltage. I randomly picked this capacitor here, and something got hot right here. Watch this. I'm injecting voltage right here, and this area here got hot. So we narrowed it down to this set of caps right here. One of those caps are shorted to ground. What I did was I injected voltage right here, and this set of caps got hot. But which one is bad? Which capacitor is faulty? Based on the looks of those three caps, this may be the bad guy. Look at the way it looks. So let's go ahead and remove this cap and see if we still have a short. If not, then we'll jump over to this one and this one. One of those caps is bad. This one here looks the worst because of the markings on that cap, but it may not be the bad guy. I mean, I do see a line right in the middle, like an internal line. See? Look at the way it looks. Do we still have a short circuit? Do we still have a short? What do we get if we measure right here? Yes, yes, the short is gone. I'm reading 0.3 voltage drop, and we do not have a short circuit anymore. That's amazing. I mean, it's obvious how that capacitor is internally cracked. It's obvious. What we can do is we can measure that cap in diode mode. You see, it's acting as a fuse. It's acting as one straight line. We got the bad guy. We still do not know if the CPU is good on this laptop, but we're gonna find out. It's a 50-50 chance. Whatever tools we are using on the bench here, from Flux, soldering stations, hot air stations, thermal camera, this amazing microscope, the articulating arm, braid wick, tweezers, whatever you need, just log in to NorthridgeFix.com. All items are in stock. Add to cart, checkout, pay, and we almost always ship out same day. And right now what we're gonna do is put a new DR mass. I do have them in stock because I work on this issue almost every single day. And if we turn on our anti-glare light, we get rid of the reflections just like that. So the chip is the 3035 FDMF. And we're gonna solder it like that. We can turn our ring light back on. We do not care about reflections right now. Yes. All right, man. Just give me 1 second. We have a customer waiting, but that's okay. He can wait. I mean, what's more important? The chip or the customer? What's more important? Squeeze, squeeze. Keep holding. Keep holding. And I think I'm gonna take care of the customer and I'll be back. All right, I'm back. The customer brought in an MSI laptop that he spilled chocolate milk on. He said it stinks. We took it in and hopefully we can help out the customer. I feel bad for Big Boss. He's gonna have to open it What can you do? And we are good. Those pins are supposed to bridge. So we do not have somebody in the comments saying, oh, look, you have a bridge. That's not a bridge. If we measure from here to here, bridge, bridge. If we measure this, with this, with this, with this, they're bridging. All right? And we are done. Now I'm gonna hand the laptop over to Big Boss to reassemble and test. But before we do so, let me clean up and I'm gonna test for a short circuit one more time. Make sure we do not have a short circuit. If we have a problem with the CPU, the fan will spin for 3 seconds and then back off. And we have a 0.35 voltage drop, and that's perfect. Awesome. I'll be back. All right, so Big Boss just called me. He's done with the reassembly. And yes, the laptop is working. Amazing. We got it. We did it. Awesome. Thank you, Big Boss, the boss of all bosses. Anything that Big Boss touches works, no doubt.